I don't know if you know me.
Mohamed Ajam.
Yes, Mohamed. I was detained for 22 times. 20 of those times was because I was an entrepreneur. I went into all security branches of Syria, except for Al Khatib branch. So one of the most important things that startups don't succeed, and we don't see women participation in entrepreneurship or startups, is that any e-commerce application or anything based on technology, you need to go into like 5 branches, security branches every year. So when I had an application that I started in 2021 to point people to locations, the government was so afraid of GPS, like you're taking location, and they were so afraid of that. We had 350 locations in Aleppo, and this created sensitivity with the security branches, and every now and then they stopped us from working. So it created so many barriers, and it created a reaction with entrepreneurs. Another thing is that the laws that were in place back then, and even now, some of those laws still exist. When I want to say even before or now, want to establish a company, let's say I want to start a startup, I have to have a commercial registry, let's say, and I have to pay so much for that. And then I have to have a sheet at the tax department. So I have to pay taxes because they don't have no idea what's a startup even means. So I had to pay, and even now I'm still paying. Add to that the different types of companies. Before or today, if I let's say I will get an investment from somewhere, and this investor wants to invest, I need to be a company that have their shares open, an open company, so that I can exchange stocks. This is very costly to do, and this is something we told Minister Abdulsalam Haikal, even the one before, the minister before, and it will be solved, they said. So add to that the laws to register and to license application. This is only the case in Syria. I don't know why they still exist even now, and they are still exist based on previous laws. So any startup in Syria, you need to have or e-commerce or delivery, anything they want to do. They need to take from their income 50% just because there's an application. This is also something that is a barrier. This was before and even now. As I am here, our application that won multiple competitions across Syria, the awards were good sums of money, but it was negative to us because of the bureaucracy that was there. Because again, they took the system from outside of Syria and implemented in Syria without its adaptation. So these awards that we won, instead of having that in 3 months, it's like 12 months. And actually, the competition, the latest competition was supposed to be done on January, but it is being done like a week ago. So we still also are missing talents and capacities in the market because people left Syria because of forced conscription and because of, again, this exchange now. And the culture of the community is an important thing also. Every startup is suffering from that, and it used to suffer from that. And how the community looks at failure. Startups, it's normal to open up and fail, but failure in this community is very much very high cost, and it makes the entrepreneur put so much in, and if it fails, it's very high cost to fail. And also the definition of entrepreneurship. It was not defined before, and it is not defined now. And it is now, entrepreneurship is very technical, but it is not just a technical thing. It can be in other things, other fields, not just technology. So there are things after the liberation, other problems, but I talked about the problems that were before and after the liberation. So after the liberation, I'm a consultant for 8 companies. We've established 70 other companies. This is not just me saying. This is the 70 entrepreneurs that are unable to open up companies because of this situation and these many. So a very good summary.